Hi all, myself Mansoor, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics, Amal College of Advanced Studies. Today we will be having a discussion upon consumer surplus from microeconomics. The concept of consumer surplus was first introduced by Jules Dupuit and William Stanley Jevons in the year 1844. Later, Alfred Marshall, the French economist, elaborated and popularized this concept through his masterpiece, Principles of Economics, in 1890. When we talk about consumer surplus, suppose if you are going to buy something in a market, you will be finding a lot of things around us. Suppose if you want to buy a mobile phone. Okay, normally we having different varieties of mobile phones are available in the market. Suppose if you are going to any market and you are finding a mobile phone which is very interesting for you. Okay, so when you ask the sales manager what are the features of this product, he will be giving this how this is internal storage, its camera capacity, camera features, and all the features of that particular mobile will be explaining to you. So by hearing all that features except the price of the commodity, so if you being a consumer, you will be having your own calculations regarding what can be the price of that particular product. Suppose you are thinking that by analyzing all the features providing that particular mobile phone, you are thinking that you are keeping your mind that it can be the cost of the product will be 10,000. But when the price of the product as given by the salesman is coming only just 8,000. So this difference, how much you are ready to pay for that particular product and how much is the actual price of that particular product, this difference is actually known as consumer surplus. So there are two prices are involved in this concept. First thing is that there is a willing price. Willing price. So as per our example, the willing price which the consumer is ready to pay for that particular product is rupees 10,000. And the other price is the price which the salesman is actually selling that particular product, that is 8,000. So the difference 10,000 minus 8,000, which is known as the consumer surplus. So this 2,000 is the consumer surplus as per our example of this mobile phone. So I told you there are two prices are involved, the willing price and the market price. So willing price is 10,000, the market price is 8,000, and this remaining 2,000 is known as consumer surplus. This is how we explain a consumer surplus with an example. Now let's see how we can calculate consumer surplus with the help of a diagram. This is typically a demand curve which showing a negative relationship between price and quantity demanded. So in x-axis we are measuring the quantity of the product, and in a y-axis we are measuring price of the product. Okay, suppose the consumer is willing to buy this much unit of a particular quantity. That means, for example, this is OS. I am putting OS for the quantity. So OS is the quantity which the consumer is willing to buy, or the consumer is buying, and for this OS unit the consumer is paying OK amount of price. So OK is the price of the commodity. For that the consumer is buying OS quantity of that particular commodity. And we are having our demand curve, or I am putting it as A and B and this C. Okay, so A, we have different points upon the diagram. That means OK, it is a price which the consumer is actually paying. So this is the price which the consumer is actually paying. That is our actual price of the product. Okay, and for the quantity which consumer is buying is OES. This is the quantity which consumer is buying, whereas the consumer for this product, so for this quantity OES, the consumer is ready to pay this much amount of money. Okay, that is OEA. This is the willing price. WP, this is the willing price which the consumer is ready to pay for that particular quantity of a commodity. That means OES. So this difference, what is actually remaining, is known as the consumer surplus. This triangle K, C and EA, this triangle is known as consumer surplus. So this is how we derive a consumer surplus with the help of a diagram. So we are having a typical demand curve AB, and OS is a quantity which consumer is paying for, and OK is the price of OS, and what is actually remaining, OK amount of price is the price of the product, and OEA, which is the price which the consumer is ready to pay for OS, and what actually he is paying and how much he is ready to pay, that difference is known as consumer surplus. So one more thing we can identify from the diagram is that you can easily get the revenue of the firm. So you know, the revenue means the price of the product into quantity. That is actually the total revenue which a firm gets. For example, is if the price is 10 rupees and the firm, the price is 10 rupee and the firm is selling 10 kilogram. Okay, so this is the price and this is the quantity which he is selling. The price is a unit, rupees 10 is the price of a single unit, and the consumer, the producer is selling 10 kilogram of that particular product. So when we multiply price into quantity, that means 10 into 10, right? 10 into 10, so that is 100. So this is actually the total revenue of the firm which the firm will be getting. So that also we can identify, we can easily mark in this diagram. So here the quantity that is Q, or 10 kilogram, that is OES. OES is the quantity, and the price, for example, OK, which is the price. So OK into OES. So this area will be the total revenue which the firm will be getting by selling OES quantity of a commodity at OK price. Okay, that's all. Thank you.